Everybody thought he would go after the disease and he would get the world together and go after the disease. He didn't.
Yeah, I think that Vladimir Putin and Modi's relationship is genuine, more so
Yeah.
than
So
I don't know if Modi, huh?
Russia uses India to hedge against China.
Yep,
India uses Russia to hedge against China.
works. It's a good relationship.
And India and Russia go way back. So
Yeah, yeah, they do.
there's a lot of trust there. There's a
they've been
lot of
allies
trust.
forever, haven't you?
Yeah. See, this. So in 1971, when the war happened, it was a 16-day war, by the way. Mm. By the way, India is the only country that has created another country by
Really?
force, Bangladesh.
I didn't know. Oh,
Bangladesh was
really?
part of Pakistan. It was called East Pakistan.
Oh, what?
Okay. So Bangladesh was part of India, and then they broke that, and then they gave it to Pakistan and called it East Pakistan. Now, after getting beat by us in 1965, they thought they're gonna create something, some stuff here. And they started creating problems in the east for us, in the northeast of India. So there was terrorism and all sorts of nonsense happened. Plus, there were issues within that eastern Pakistan because that's a different population, it's a different language, it's a different culture.
Right.
Pakistanis came with a stick with that same, Islamism and Punjabi and this and that. It didn't work. They started killing there. There's something called Operation Searchlight, which was conducted by a guy called uh, General Tika Khan. This guy killed bloody tens of thousands of people in Bangladesh. So a lot of people started coming into India. We said, what the hell? This is not our problem. So, anyways, we started training a force out of that people. We infiltrated them within Bangladesh. They started fighting the Pakistani army, and then the things just escalated.
Oh, wow.
Pakistanis attacked six of our air bases on the 3rd of December 1971. None of them, none of them worked.
Really?
Yeah, no, zero. There was no damage. And
Wow.
then the war started. And our forces went inside Bangladesh. Within 14 days, we were in the capital. And one of our generals flew to the general officer commanding of the Pakistani army to his tent, put the paper of surrender in front of him, and said, either you surrender or I'm going to kill you.
Hmm.
He surrendered.
Wow.
93,000 Pakistani soldiers surrendered. That's the largest surrender ever after the Second World War.
90,000?
93,000. And we created a country. Now, the Americans who were allied with Bangladesh, now why? Because they've been allied with Pakistan. They've been looking for a base in the Bay of Bengal, which is what they're doing today in with Bangladesh again. That's why they changed the regime.
Mm.
Okay. So they brought in the Seventh Fleet to attack India or to
Really?
put pressure into India or something. The Soviets came up with their nuclear submarines and said, nah, you're not doing that. So, there's that friendship.
Right. Wow.
And people don't realize India and America almost went to war. It was that close.
Well, that would be weird.
I have the logbook of the pilots who were there on our aircraft carrier, willing to go for a suicide mission to ensure the entire Seventh Fleet is in the water.
Really?
They
Wow.
had bombs, they had their aircraft, and they were volunteers. They said, we will not come back.
No kidding. And what year was this? This was in the 60s?
71.
71? Wow, that
So
wasn't
there's been
actually
a
that.
lot of mistrust between America and India.
Oh, yeah. There's always going to be mistrust with America.
A lot of work done, both by both countries, I would say. I'm not saying that this thing, but there's been a lot of work. So
Mhm.
today, when people are disappointed and saying, yeah, what are you doing? Because that mistrust had to be removed.
Mhm.
That took time. And neither did America stop its nonsense with Pakistan. So that took a lot of time. But that's all gone now. So to answer your first question, the whole story that I told you, tells you the mentality. So when we look at, we don't have a problem with Americans.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with you. I don't. I mean, I have a personal problem with every Pakistani. That's a different story. But I don't have a problem with you. I mean,
Yeah.
you're a good guy. Nothing wrong with you. But the establishment, whole another thing. And the deep state and the,
And that's the thing about uh what you see, we should be having I think honestly what I thought would be a different conversation in 2025 as opposed to any other time. I thought that with Trump coming along, I thought the conversation was going to be more like, look what Modi and Trump are doing. You know what I mean? Look what we're going to do now together. I thought that it was a moment in time where we were going to be able to get together and say, okay, we're getting rid of the deep state. We're getting rid of, we're going to try like our best to
you know,
change the world because we got Modi and Trump, two leaders that can do it. Instead, we're having a conversation where the lack of the trust has even gone further down than what it was. What does those in India think about the moment in time if it's different than what they thought was what it was going to be as well as I do and maybe you, I don't know. But what do you think about that?
you know what's the deep state, basically?
Yeah. Unelected officials that have too much power.
No. That's the misconception. And that's what Trump has misguided you on. And I'm sorry to say that. The deep state is not in America.
Hmm. Oh, it's you're right.
The deep state is a global entity. It's not in America at all.
We've got our deep state too.
Not your deep state, which runs America. Every country has. That's
Yeah.
fine. Every country has that. But the deep state that Trump had to fight is not in America. It's not inside America at all. The deep state that Trump needs to fight is the global deep state. Have you heard
Mhm.
of the things called the City of London?
No.
Ah, okay. The City of London is a square mile within the City of London where even the king is not allowed. It's a sovereign country of its own. It's a sovereign state of its own. Every bank in the world has an office there.
Hmm.
Let me ask you another question. All the gold, all the diamonds, all the money that was looted from India, Africa, and many other countries, where do you think it went? It's not shown out in your economy, it's shown out in the British economy. Where is it? Right? Somebody has it.
Yep.
That's somebody is proverbially known as the council, which is right on top.
Mhm.
These are few families who control a lot. Their wealth is managed by guys like BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard, who are worth trillions of dollars. So they exert a lot of power. They are the front face. Now, this crown, this council of an affair, has ways to control the world. Finance, oil, narratives, media, politics, everything. They have their influence in everything. Now, let me help you understand something about England. England doesn't have a constitution,
Hmm.
okay? Calls itself a democracy. There is a guy called the Rembrandtser who sits in their parliament, right behind the speaker. And when the discussion goes anywhere close to the city of London, and it stops, those guys are the ones which control your CIA, which control your defense department. This is not part of your Trump president's control at all. Let me assure you this. Yeah, he can fight wars here, there, this, that. Imagine Bush's wars. Do you think George Bush did that?
Hmm. Not by
No.
himself.
So after the Second World War, the power center was Europe. They realized America was powerful. So in 1956, there was a conference that was held in a place called Bilderberg in Germany. And every year that conference is held. Even today, you can go down to their website. It's called the Bilderberg meeting, where they set up the agenda for the next year. Orders come in that this is what needs to be discussed, this is what needs to be done. 2023, we were on the agenda, Indian politics. 2024, Modi's election happened, the agenda went off. India was nowhere on the agenda after that. They tried their hell best to not get Modi back. These are very powerful people. These are not, Trump doesn't know all this.
Mm.
The CIA is not controlled by Trump at all. There's an organization in your country called the Council of Foreign Relations. Have you heard of it?
No.
Check it out. Council of Foreign Relations is one of the mouthpieces of the deep state.
Mm.
There's another one in UK called the Chatham House. It was earlier known as the Royal Institute of International Affairs. You and I just petty pawns in this game.
Yeah, for sure.
Today, the powers probably doesn't want the dollar in the future to control the world. They want something else to control the world. So they've got you guys in so much debt that in some time you will lose that hegemony, that economic hegemony.
Mm.
This all has been done to you. If you think you have infiltration in your country, 300 million, or I don't know, 50, 60 million, 10 million, 15 million, whatever people say, the illegals that have come into your country. We've got 200 million illegals in our country.
Wow.
200 million. This was done to us by the deep state to destabilize all nations. They don't want to see nations. They want to see stick. They want to see one rule. They don't want to see this. They don't want you to have your American culture.
Right.
You need to have mine. Now, today that power has realized this leftism is not going to work. It's not able to control the world. So it's shifting right now. This shift is what is causing all this chaos.
Mm.
Do you know Palantir Technologies?
Mm.
I spoke to you about that last time on my program, Peter Thiel. Peter
Mm.
Thiel. He controls JD Vance, right? Completely. He's the guy who took JD Vance to tell Trump that this guy is your vice president.
Mm.
It was not a request.
What's his
You
name
wanna
again?
Peter Thiel, Peterthiel, Palantir Technologies.
Mm.
They are creating a program in America which is going to be the same as the movie Minority Report pre-crime. They will know before you commit a crime. They're already making it, by the way. Trump
Wow.
approved it. So please understand this global power. Trump keeps saying, I'm fighting the deep state. He's fighting the CIA. He's fighting the symptom, not the disease. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody thought he would go after the disease and he would get the world together and go after the disease. He didn't. And that's what everybody's disappointed. So if Modi today doesn't take his calls, is because the conversations with Trump before the election would have been different.
Mm.
And today he doesn't want to talk about those things. He's doing the same thing that every other American president has done.
And some.
Right? No, no, no. Trust me, this is nothing. We've been sanctioned before. We've been sanctioned before. Trust me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, with
We've
this
been
private
sanctioned
family,
before.
I mean, with this
So,
private family business, we've never seen somebody
oh,
trip up
really?
like this before.
Really?
And president? No.
Oh, you should dig into your previous presidents.
George Bush did well. Nothing like
I'll
Trump's
send
doing.
you, I'll send you a book. Read this book, and you will realize how the Bush family was connected to the Osama bin Laden family.
Yes, I did see that. I've done actually a little bit of research on him.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the game of oil. Please
Hmm.
understand the sanctions on India is not because Trump doesn't like, it's because the oil lobby does not like India selling oil.
Right. Oh, exactly. I agree 100%.
Now, I'll
100%.
explain this to you. I'll explain this to you. There's a certain control of oil, flow of oil that happens around the world, all the wars, all the everything, and your dollar is based on the oil. So if somebody starts selling oil without the dollar, no, that's one. Second, if you control the oil, you control the flow of energy. You can control what's happening in the world because
Mm,
energy is everything. Tomorrow, it's going to be rare earths for the big boys, but for the developing world, it's still oil. Energy is everything. I can't do anything if I don't have energy. And countries like India who don't produce, who don't have our own energy, what do? I have to import.
yeah.
All right. Now, when you put sanctions, what are you trying to do? You're trying to control that entity who's producing the oil so that he falls in line with you. And that's what you tried to do with Russia. It didn't work. Russia found an outlet in India who had the refining capacity and the exporting capacity. We did that. And we sold oil to Ukraine, by the way.
Hmm.
We sold Russian oil to, guess you what? Ukraine. We sold jet fuel to America.
Hmm.
Russian oil. Now that was tolerated till a little bit, but then they started realizing, listen, we are losing a lot of money. Just in the margins. So if the oil price is at actual 60, the Saudis and the Aramco and the Chevron and all these guys charge a certain margin to the Europeans, which is $10 to $15 extra, which is their profit plus. Is just a little extra on the profits. Just that's all right. $10 to $15 a barrel. Just with that margin loss, not the profit loss. They're losing about $1.5 billion a year just from the European market
I
to
bet.
us.
Mhm.
They're not happy about that.
Yeah.
So that's why sanction India. Why not China? Because China's not selling that oil. There's a difference. China's not just buying the oil for its own use.
Right.
We are selling it, and they don't like that.
They don't like
So the
that.
oil lobby has got after Trump. Get this done.
Yeah.
And why does the oil lobby have Trump's tail in their hand? Is because of the investigation you did.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
That makes 100%. Yeah. You're 100% right. Yes. Yeah. I think that now the world is catching up to what you're saying, and I'm actually learning quite a bit too. Now that you mentioned India has a really big role now in oil. They're in the driver's seat now. They're in the driver's seat with the
Yeah,
oil.
if you're able to sell oil to Ukraine, knowing very well, and Ukraine buys it knowing very well it's Russian oil,
Mhm.
what more do you want in that? I mean, the game is up.
Yeah, but the problem is that India is in the driver's seat and somebody else wants to get back in the driver's seat and they can't.
It's too late.
It's too late. No country, no good leader in the world would give up that seat.
Okay, so you'll say, okay, don't sell oil to Europe. You say, fine, okay, we won't sell oil to Europe.
Why
And
can't
that's
you
what
sell oil
Jaishankar
to
said.
Europe? Why
So
can't you sell?
That's what Jaishankar said. If you don't want it, don't buy it.
That's it. That makes perfect sense.
And if there's an American president who's grown in value, worth $5 billion, by the way,
I
your
know.
president, and you'd be surprised, because the investigation you
It's more
did,
than that.
I just asked the question, how is he making money? And I got some answers with that because he's the owner of the stable coin.
World Liberty Financial.
So he gets 1%
Oh, he gets
of every
75%
transaction. Yeah, no, he gets 1% of every transaction as a fee.
of every transaction. Yeah.
That's where he's making money.
Oh, he's doing you don't need he literally Trump himself 75% of the
Dude,
company.
he's got three Trump towers in India, man.
Huh?
He's got three Trump towers in India. India is a shithole, right? Dead economy. He's got three Trump towers in India. No other country in the world has three Trump towers.
No. It, and you
And they're
know that
sold out.
he's made more in the last 6 months than he's made his whole life in real estate
Yep.
in 6 months.
Yep.
Bush never did that. Bush was making billions with the oil. But Trump set up these businesses before he took office. He was ready for this.
So the reason why the deep state is angry with Trump and the permanent establishment is angry with Trump in your country is because he's not sharing the money.
Mm. He's creating his own deep state.
No, no,
It's a new
no.
deep state.
Yeah.
It's a
So
big
the,
players
the,
too.
the global deep state realizes two things. One, that technology is going to change the world. Why? Because technology has given freedom of information. Two of us are talking about the biggest powers in the world without on a platform that was created by them, by the way.
Yes.
So they know that they can't control this. So what are they going to do? They're going to get the tech guys, come here, sit down. Let people talk, fair enough. What else can we do? I need to know when people are going to commit a crime. Can you do that? Yeah, we can. Okay, I need to know when this is going to happen. So can you do that? Yeah, we can. Artificial intelligence.
Mhm. Mm, interesting.
This is just the way things are. The the powers that be are just adapting to the changes in the world. That's all. And
Yeah.
that creates chaos.
Yeah.
This will settle out in the next 5, 10 years. It'll all settle out. Everything will be fine. But there's going to be massive chaos before that.
Yeah.
You'll be in a war. We'll be in a war. I don't know who's going to be fighting who, but it's going to be bad.
The lines are being redrawn in the world
It
too.
has to happen. The mistakes of the previous establishment will get corrected in the next one.